Hello, good morning. Let's swap on my glasses. Alright, are we ready? I hope I actually click the button. So, 12. God, you have a headache. The dehydration? Oh, wow, why did I read that like that? Is it dehydration? Only if you're thirsty for companionship. Are you hurt? Only your heart, and it aches for more pals. Is it withdrawal? Only from your addiction to new buddies. Really? There's only one cure for what ails you. Friendship. We're just ignoring all health red flags for friendship at this point, huh? You wonder whose sweet medicine you'll be imbibing this time. Wow, phrasing. Because friendship is not what I think of when I read that line. Oh, hello. Um, Honestly, wait, when was the last time MC drank any water? Because, I mean, they've eaten a couple of things, but they don't really mention any liquids when they eat. Speaking of, I'm probably going to need a whole lot more water than I have. It's a chilly night. Not in a bad way, though. It's kind of. It's the kind of crisp air that invigorates you. You think you might just fuck around and make a friend. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. Oh, yeah, true. Coffee and Fago, which, I don't think either of those are great for hydrating you. I almost bought Fago the other day just because I don't remember exactly what it tastes like. And since I've been playing so much of HiveSwap, I got real tempted to buy some just to, like, see how much I would regret it. I think one of the grocery stores in town has it for like 99¢. I think that's regular Fago price, ain't it? Let me rephrase. Half a decade ago, the last time I bought it, it was like 99¢. I think I just choked on a cat hair. You're busy breathing in a big old lung full of stuff when you hear someone call out behind you. Excuse me, alien, I would like a word. Okay. This phrase is like a request, but delivered like a command. Oh no. Not again. You don't recognize the voice, so you do some mental calculations as you turn. Whoever it is seems like they know who you are, which could be good or really, really bad. You could make it to Zebra's Hive in a few blocks if you had to make a run for it. Please don't run for zebras. Anywhere but zebras. Please. That's not exactly a place you'd like to take sanctuary, though, so you figure the risk of talking to this mystery troll is worth it. Oh, hello. By the time you've rotated around to face them, you've got a big friendly grin on. It's a bit of work to keep it there when you see who it is. Tall, sharp suit, well filled out, curly hair, cute little Christmas tree looking horns, and an expression that screams, would pay someone else to bisect you if you call anything about him cute. Oh no. Oh, that is a beautiful name for a beautiful theme. It reminds me of Hakuoki. It's a good thing you didn't choose to run, because last time you saw this guy, he was sprinting away from your sparkly self at top speed. He's the one who was running? This guy? This is HIVESWAP Friendsim. The game where I end up just simping over trolls. You have no chance. That means he could easily outrun us. He strides toward you now with considerably less fear, but about as much purpose. Playing it friendly, you hold out your hand for him to shake. He takes it immediately, like it's an instinct. Yeah, friendship. And it's finding several things other than friendship along the way. And it's getting real hard to tell if MC really wants friendship or everything. I don't know. I have no fucking idea how to pronounce his last name. Click on what? Oh shit, there's numbers. Quick question. Is he another lawyer? Okay, so that is only Teal Bloods. Yeah. What if he talks like a lawyer then? Yes, I am. How do you. Okay. I'm assuming that Galek is his first name. Okay. I'm going to go with Shigesi for a last name because I never know how to pronounce X's in games, so I usually just go with she. Well, you know, like trying to pronounce Shao. I can do that because I know how that one's supposed to be pronounced. I'm just not good at it because I suck at pronunciation in general. But anyway, continuing along. I am Galaxy Shigesi. You are the alien. Nice to meet you officially, etc., etc. It is imperative that we speak. Oh, sweet, I got it right. As it is a matter of some importance, I hope you will take my request seriously and follow me to my hive where we can talk more openly. 1. I live right around the corner. It is in your best interest to comply. This is not a threat, rather it is a genuine expression of the critical nature of my request. Who thought you would do that? I'm getting worse at this whole don't sip over character thing. Okay. Wow, okay then. We got a wordy motherfucker over here, huh? Yeah, we do. A short and sweet, hey, let's hang out would have worked for your friend thirsty self, but that's fine. Friend thirsty? Oh yeah, we're looking for friends. Yeah, I have noticed. You don't have anything else to be doing, so why not follow this pushy high blood back to his house? Okay. Wonderful. This way. He stays true to his word and doesn't say anything else as he leads you toward his hive. But you watch the way he clenches his fist and flicks his eyes back at you as he walks. He's about to explode, holding it all in. You walk a little slower just to bask in the need emanating off him. He does. His open hand sprite is really nice. Like I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that people can get their hands stuck in Pringles cans because my hands are too small for that. I can just shove my arm all the way down it. Oh, holy fuck. Be a fancy bitch. Still dizzy with the feeling of having your presence wanted so badly, you trip a bit heading up the wide flight of stairs. And there are a lot of them. Jesus, he could have warned you at least. The rich boy, yeah. You look up as you pull yourself to your feet. The stairs lead up to an old stone building, covered with ivy that creeps around some pointy-topped windows and up to the tops of turrets. It looks like the kind of place a crusty old professor might walk out of, followed by a flock of khaki-clad rich boys. It does. The door opens with a creak. You do not hear anyone debating the difference between a movie and a film in there, but you do hear bleeding? Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I'm gonna steal your fucking house. Books. Once inside, Gallic beckons you through the foyer and into another room, this time unlashing what looks like a very tall metal baby gate to let you both in. A fireplace. It's got a fucking typewriter! It's got books, it's got a portrait of the house. He checks the latch twice after he shuts it, then gestures to a pair of studded, high-back chairs on either side of the fire. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Can I live there? I don't need to see the rest of the house. Just let me curl up in a ball by the fire. Please take a seat. I will make us some coffee. You will not have had any like this before, as the taste is drastically different from the slop you get from a public coffee shop. Have you been following me, sir? Wait, I wanted to... There we go. It is possible your palate is not experienced enough to tell the difference, but I can walk you through the simpler points, please, sir. If you do take that seat, and you look around while he functions an antique espresso machine. He has a desk covered in papers, open books, and a typewriter. And along the walls, there are bookshelves leading up to the vaulted ceiling. Everything has an air of purposeful messiness to it, like he pulled some of the cooler titles to leave laying around for you to see. How flattering! They are built like trees. You mentioned that this must be one of those professional jerk-off book guys Theisius was talking about. Excuse me? I feel like you can feel the disdain in that statement. Just like 2 words, but it tells you. You crossed bit of blood. Ooh. Oh, never mind. You clear your throat and ask him what he wanted to talk about. He hands you a cup and sits down in the other chair. What the fuck, dude? Hold on, I gotta get up close and personal with the screen to be able to read this shit. Of course, I just wanted to clear up a misunderstanding between us. No, fuck. There we go. Specifically, you misunderstanding me. Okay. You may be under the false impression that I am uninformed re the attributes of rainbow drinkers. You may even think that you successfully fooled me into thinking you were one yourself when we first met. I just had not previously encountered one in real life, nor had I ever seen an alien for that matter. I spent considerable time in the interim researching you, of course, which is why I was able to track you down so easily. Also, he has been stalking us. Furthermore, when I saw you before, you were in the company of one Tagora Gorjek. Rainbow fucker extraordinaire. Wait, hold on. I like all of those bullet points. Like, I love the never stop stalking one. Him calling Tagora Gorjek Rainbow fucker extraordinaire is beautiful. He wishes. I was making the most reasonable assumption possible, given the information I had available. It makes complete sense if you think about it. Does it? He looks at you expectantly. Oh, you guess it's your turn to say something? Yeah, I did it. I'll let him. Tell me everything you researched about me. Maybe don't. I don't need to know exactly how much you know about me. Hold on, time to save. I gotta start with this one. You laugh, then realize he's 100% serious. He really cares that much what you think of him? He writes you a bit of you a few months ago, or, a few days ago. Still, you know what it's like. You try to tread the line between humoring him and easing him out of having to care what oh, there we go, there's the hiccup. You try to tread the line between humoring him and easing him out of having to care that fucking much. You tell him you'd like him even if he was a complete rube, a total rainbow drinking lore idiot. If his incompetence knew no bounds. I get it. Oh, heck. If the barely contained panic in his eyes is any indication, he isn't at all placated by that. You cut off that line of friend finagling and try something you hope is a little more his speed. It must be cool to have a primary source sitting in his own jerk-off book hive, though, right? He exhales, gathering himself a little. That is the sentence describing a man trying his best not to smack the shit out of you. Specifically, probably about the jerk-off book hive part. I'm not sure why you keep calling it that. Stop immediately. But I do admit I am interested in the chance to learn more about you. His fingers twitch. You hope he doesn't mean in, like, a creepy dissection kind of way. I hope he means in a creepy dissection kind of way. Anyways. You are free to leave, right? You glance anxiously at the locked baby gate. What? Of course you can leave. Just because I am a high blood does not mean I'm a fucking sadist. Why is there a 1 by this? You should know by now that... Where's my phone? Where is my phone? Oh, there it is. I threw it on the futon. What does this word mean? Where's the tab I'm not using? Really? You must be channeling Sushi at the moment, because she chews on the edge of my phone. Like, she shattered, She shattered my, screen protector more than it already was because she bit at the perfect place and cracked it again. Predilection. How loud is that turned up? Jesus. A preference or special liking for something in a bias in favor of something. Oh. Why do you have to use such big words, sir? I mean, keep using them, but you should know by now that predilection is not bound to any one cast. Why is there a one by this? I have more important things to be doing. Can you please stop putting footnotes on your footnotes? I mean... Actually, no, don't stop putting footnotes on your footnotes. Usually. My interest in you is purely academic and friendly. Friendly? I know you are... I know you're amenable to that kind of thing. Yeah, we are. Furthermore, that gate is not for you. Do not worry about it. If all goes well this evening, we will not even have to make use of it. What is the gate for? I assumed it was trying to keep as loose as out of the books. You do definitely worry about it, but not in a present, actionable way. Just in the sort of under the surface self-preservation way you've worried about, you know, everything that's tried to end your run here on Alternia so far. The weather... It cooled off when the sun went down and it clogged up my sinuses again. Plus, he offered you friendship. You'll reach your heart into that monkey trap any day. Yeah, we will. Hell yeah, then. You throw your arms out, toss your head, and tell him you're all ready to be studied and subsequently friended. Gallic doesn't pounce right on that, though. Mostly he looks uncomfortable, which doesn't stop him from talking. I do have a considerable interest in understanding the pathos of the alien. What I really want to know is what makes you so magnetic. An observable criteria points to you not being much to look at. But there seems to be something about you that draws people in. Let's read your little footnotes. I apologize if you're offended. I am not offended. Keep talking. That isn't even on the top 10 list of insults you've heard since landing, so you brushed it off just fine. Yeah, good. Good point. Can he see MC's legs right now? He might change his tune after that. He's good. Didn't know my stock things off. Nope. Plus, you have it on good authority that your legs are nice. You flex those bad girls in order to give yourself a little self-esteem boost. Oh, we might. Yeah, I don't think Malik gave us any pants. Just gave us a hoodie to throw on instead of the, like, dress that we've been wearing for who knows how long. Oh. I am begging you, sir. Why do you have to make it so tiny? What the fuck does that word mean? Hold on. Okay. I was wondering if you had an emissarial status, but the more I learn about you, the more difficult it becomes to make any sense of your plans. Accounts of your activities contradict each other at almost every turn. You're either the most suave and well-connected... What the fuck is that word? God damn it. A person, especially a diplomat, invested with the full power of independent action on behalf of their government, typically a foreign country. How do you say this? Plenipotentiary. You're either the most suave and well-connected plenipotentiary I have ever heard of, or you're running around with no clue what you're doing and somehow it works out for you anyway. I am strongly leaning toward the latter, especially after this meeting. For example, what the fuck are you doing with your legs right now? Is that supposed to be impressive to me? I want to hear him cuss more. You mean, it's worked before. A low, frustrated clicking rumbles in his throat. He puts his coffee aside and crosses his legs. This is the sort of thing I am talking about. I know all about your antics, leg-based and otherwise. I just cannot work out what the draw is. Why do people like this? Again, no offense intended. If you feel that way, that is on you. I'm just trying to understand. He seems pretty fixated on this. You wonder if perhaps he has some hidden reason for wanting to know. Wow, I blinked and lost my place in that. Hold on. He's either immune or resistant to MC's leg-based wiles. Starting to think he's looking at himself and going, I ain't got legs like that. How the fuck is this thing drawing people in like that? You wonder if perhaps he has some hidden reason for wanting to know why other trolls might be into your freaky little self. Some sort of personal interest in another troll's friendship decisions and inclinations and interests. Just, maybe. You wait for him to blush, but he doesn't. He does start talking very quickly, though. First of all, I do not know what you mean by that. I do not base my self-worth on anything so external. Hypothetically, if I did happen to be invested in what someone else thought of me, I would not tell you about it. You would probably just tell him anyway. You're talking about Gorgor, aren't you? Like him. I mean, any hypothetical mutual acquaintance. You are talking about Gorgor. Are you jelly of Gorgor? Furthermore, just because I am not a freak does not mean I do not have desirable traits. You got plenty of them. Oh, hello. You think he'd probably keep going forever now that he started letting it all out, but there's a sound behind you that shuts him the fuck up. You both turn to see his Lucis, a big scruffy goat, gently headbutting the baby gate. It looks extremely friendable. It does look extremely friendable. It looks so friendly. Very friendly. I have to choose to feed him. As much fun as it is to get monologued at, you opt for a change in pace and ask Gallic if this goat is a good boy. If you call breaking into my book hive and eating important chapters of my manuscript good, then yes. It's in the pre-novel phase, if you were wondering. It is more of an experimental word rumpus. He's the best. To be fair, raising and providing for me also makes his presence in my life a net positive. He sighs when he says it. A mix of frustration, a mix of frustrated and fond. You pull an apple-adjacent fruit from your hoodie pouch. You never know when you might have to spend the day hiding in an alley, so pocket snacks that don't make you puke are extremely useful. When did we pick up one of those? When did we get money to pick up one of those? Did we steal one of those? You offer to the Lucis, and he uses his teeth and tongue to pull it to him through a hole in the gate. Nice. You don't have any. You don't have to. You don't have to have a crisis about whether or not you should let him in the room, because once he's swallowed his snack, he trots back down the hallway. You mosey over toward Garlic, plop back down in the chair, and let him know you're ready to get this fact exchange party started. You wonder to yourself what kind of information actually exists about aliens, you mean humans, on Alternia. The fact that you have started thinking of yourself as the alien is mostly fine, you figure. It's what the trolls vibe with, which is what you're all about in the end. But it could be cool, maybe, to hear about the history of humankind from their perspective. You've been curious, and if anyone would know, it'd be this fucking nerd. So yeah. There is absolutely nothing. I have read all kinds of reports on other alien races, of course. I can pull those for you if you would like. If what you are after are bloody accounts of the destruction of entire species, or painstakingly detailed logbooks of resources taken from various planetary systems by our forces. The economics involved will probably go over your nug bone. As for your species, I can confidently say there's no recorded history of your kind on Alternia. If it existed, I would know about it. Oh, wow. So you're the first of your kind to visit, huh? You flex again and brag that maybe that's the secret to why everyone is so hot for your friendship, but even Gallic can tell you're not really feeling it. Oh my god. Go ahead and have that on the, like, up and ready. If you say so. Are you some kind of high blood equivalent back home? Is that why you're so friendable here? Supposedly friendable. I have yet to feel the impulse. What is your planet's system of government, and where do you fit into it? What are your main off-world exports? What were some defining moments in your species' development? Have you formed any bonds here that you would say fit your planet's equivalent of the quadrant system? If so, with whom? You're awfully nosy about our relationships, huh? You're not ready to take the space SAT. You're too busy trying to sort through the idea that you're the literal only option for him to learn any of this shit. Yeah, there has been a lot of simping. The only one of your kind around. You feel like the frame surrounding your life has shifted. Like everything around you zoomed out to the widest angle, with you a tiny speck in the corner, invisible to the naked eye. Ooh, maybe you should sit down. Ah, fuck, you are already sitting down. Maybe you should lie down. You cry. Oh, he just, like, triggered a whole ass existential crisis in MC. You crawl onto the floor, which Garlic probably won't like, but you're too busy having an existential crisis to care. God damn it, that's a lie too. You definitely still care what he thinks of you. It isn't the first time you've felt overwhelmed by your situation since you landed. It isn't even the 100th, honestly. It's just that you kind of always had a back pocket assumption that there'd be some way out of this. Sure, you're having fun making new friends and allies, assembling a new wardrobe, and picking up weird survival skills, but it just hadn't quite hit you that this might be all that was left for you. For real. TBH. I probably wouldn't know what to say if I was expected to explain everything about Earth and human history. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't know where to put this. I mean, it's empty, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, he does have really high expectations, doesn't he? Is this floor wriggling another alien friendship ritual I just do not grasp the allure of, or are you spontaneously suffering? I am not sure how I'm supposed to tell the difference. Please stop whatever this is. Jeez, okay. You want to answer him, but words feel so far away in this moment. You try to call up how you crashed, or what the ass you were doing in a spaceship to begin with. Are you even a certified astronaut? Do you have an advanced degree? Do you have hands? Your vision blurs and you feel queasy. You need air, a lot of it. You run towards the closet, the closest available source, a wide window. Defenestrating yourself is maybe not the best option, but it is the one you are currently the most emotionally attuned to, so that is what the fuck you do. Oh, I don't know why, but I was fully expecting a defenestration at some point. Just didn't realize it would be out of the sexiest library on the planet. Luckily, the panes of the window open like French doors, and you're still on the first floor. You spill out without breaking any glass or limbs. Behind you, Gallic hollers. And it still feels nice outside. You lay there and breathe in and out and try to pull your shit together. From your prone position, you can see Gallic put one leg up over the windowsill, shake his head, and then put it back and turn away. He certainly looks fit enough to be able to manage that leap, but of course he wouldn't bother. He should give up on your hot mess of an alien self. You're fine wasting away out here like yesterday's banana peels anyway. You're ready to take a depression nap right then and there when you hear the front door open. Oh, okay, so he, like, threw his leg out, went, wait a second, I can do this better, and just went out the front door. Gaelic is stomping toward you, flushed and fuming. He looms above you, his large frame quaking with anger. Is it Glasgow? Yeah! Listen here, you little shoot maggot. I have opened my home to you. I have opened my mind to the possibility of understanding you, despite multiple instances of you not offering me the same courtesy. I only wanted to correct your misconceptions about me and have a chance to exchange some cultural understanding. You have to be the worst ambassador I have ever heard of. No, you stood up and promised that he's been great. The best and smartest friend you've made yet. A great host. Excellent, even. It's not his fault you're not clicking like you do with other people. If that were true, why would you spend this entire visit acting like a fresh-hatched idiot? At this point, I have to conclude that you're mocking me and my genuine interest in you. There's no other explanation for your behavior. Do not begin to insult me by claiming otherwise. You tried to explain that you were just in your feelings, but he has stopped humoring you. He turns on his heel and stomps back inside. Yeah. this is not him. This is a total misunderstanding. This is not us acting like a fresh-hatched idiot. That's just what we are. You want to hope you'll come back? The drive to understand outweighing the drive to be done with your sorry ass, but you know he won't. You drag yourself to your feet and start the slow, lonely walk somewhere, anywhere else. From the open window, his Lucis cocks his head to the side and softly bleats his goodbye. Oh, look! Oh, the despair on Gallic's face. The fringe shape of his lucis. MC feeling there on the ground, having an existential crisis. I love this. I love this entire thing. Alright. So let's start by getting the quick bad in here. Yeah? Is that all? Man, what the fuck is this guy talking about? You thought whatever he wanted was gonna be a way bigger deal. Okay, there we go. I had to adjust my brightness because it felt like really, really bright. You want to get this straight, you say. He dragged you all the way here under a thick veil of secrecy just so he could tell you he knows what he's talking about? He was actually right and not wrong, smart and not dumb, specifically about rainbow drinkers? Yes. Technically, not specifically about that topic. But that is the pertinent piece of information in this conversational context. Is this confusing to you? I cannot have people thinking incorrect things about me. Cool. No, you were just checking. You tap your fingers on the leather arm of the chair. Is that all he wanted from you? Oh, yes, I suppose. As long as we are in agreement and you do not intend to spread any misinformation. You promise. That is great news. There is a long pause. He looks disappointed somehow. You're not sure if this is what he was expecting, but it sure as hell is what is transpiring. I will show you out. Oh man. Oh, his face in the window. Okay, time to get the good end. I really still want to feed it. But I know where that goes. Stay on topic. Please ignore him. He will wander away in a minute. He just wants to get in here and cause problems. By the way, I can only, maintain that particular tone of voice when I have my hands, like my fingertips put together in front of me. like I'm a professor, teaching in front of a classroom. See, damn, I have to walk all these stairs again. Yeah. Just tumble down and I'm sure you'll be fine. You think hard to yourself about this. You really want to go pet the big goat, Dad, but you want to dish about this guy's love life even more. You heard some about the situation from the other side, of course, but you really shouldn't let Gallic know that Tagora tells you about their tentative and awkward pitchish flirtation. Unless, it helps you get more friends. Man! MC, don't throw Gorgor under the bus like that. No. No! You slap your own cheek to snap yourself out of it. No secret spilling. Gallic leans away from you against the back of his chair. Fuck, you are really not doing anything to change my impression of you. Please press one. You have an idea. So you cut him off before he can monologue you to death. You tell him that it sounds to you like what's really bothering him. A regular non-freaky guy is that he's jealous of your free-spirited friendability. He wants what you've got. He glares at you, his breath quickening. Oh yeah, you hit a nerve. I do not want anything of yours. What is it by you? What is it you mean by that, though? What is it exactly that you have got? He is not. Never mind. Redact that. I reiterate my previous non-covetous stance. Interrupting you has worked pretty well so far. So you try it again. Let's cut the shit, you say. There's no reason for him to hide anything from you. First of all, you already promised to like him no matter what. Secondly, you know what it's like to want to impress someone. And finally, you know all about how to be a huge motherfucking weirdo. And see how that friendship is. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can stretch real quick. Okay, here we go. So, why doesn't he let you show him how to walk the walk? Walk on the walk? Why doesn't he let you show him how to... So, why doesn't he let you show him how to walk on the wild side? He can take a few... This entire thing is just giving me a hard time with English. And you can take a few pointers from Alternia's biggest freak. You can see the ensuing makeover montage already, and you start bouncing a little bit in your seat. I have zero interest in... Okay, that won't do it. You try one more tactic. Telling him you guess he just doesn't mind not knowing shit about how to be a freak. Oh, Gallic, they'll all say. Smart at how to be boring, and a real big dumbass about weird stuff. Nope. Ah, I see what you're doing. Unfortunately for me, it will absolutely work. It stands to reason that allowing you to broaden my horizons with your alien ways will only serve to increase my cultural competence. Great! So what'll it be? Shopping for a new, more casual outfit? Or something wilder? Spicy undergarments? Dyeing your hair? Other weirder body mod? Gallic's eyebrows shoot up. That last one sounds interesting. That one. I need some water. Alright, let's try that again. The last one sounds interesting. Wow, he's really ready to go whole ass, huh? You weren't expecting that from this guy, but you guess maybe he was waiting for an excuse to try something? Or that, or he can't really tell with not being Alternia's biggest obnoxious that, or he can't really deal with not being Alternia's biggest obnoxious know-it-all. Go big or get cold, as they say. Damn! That probably is what they say. Anyway, you can't wait to get this show on the road. You tell him you know a guy. You tell him you even know a guy that can probably help him out. Will he be discreet? I'm willing to leap into this, but I do need to protect my privacy, of course. Oh, for sure. You mean, like, probably. His brow furrows, either at your continued interruption or your hesitance. So you waste no more time and whip out your palm husk. You pull up the secret gripe profile you got Malik to make so you can keep in touch and call him up. This is a great one. What's up, Robo Buddy? You get right to it and tell him you made a new friend who's looking to get a new whole blood in him. Behind you, you hear Gallic choke on his coffee. Sorry, I had a very clear, vivid mental picture there. Hold on. If it was Bryce like that, and I was in his place, I too would have choked on my coffee. Artistically and aesthetical. Gallic shrugs weakly, his eyes still wide. Or something similar. Hell yeah. Anything for you, bud. Malik's eyes dart from your face to the room behind you. You're not sure how much he can see through the screen, though. My gear is easy to pack, so I'll be over soon. I'll bring options. You start to give him directions, but he stops you. Don't worry, I know exactly where you are. Your palm husk equals, low jack. Oh good, he can find me anytime he needs to. Figured you'd be cool with that. See you soon. Malik hangs up and you grin at Gallic to reassure him. This seems like a manageable situation. This sure seems like a manageable situation. He offers you more coffee, which you take, because you are a polite guest. Gallic starts ideating in a small leather bound notebook, so you mostly watch, listen to him explain the brainstorming process, take sips, and wish the goat would come back. Eventually, you hear soft footsteps approaching. Also, I don't think I will survive. Just saying. Gallic jumps when Malik opens the baby gate. How did you get in the front door? I hacked it. Galic's mouth opens and shuts a few times. His eyes dart between your and Malik's matching hoodies. Just kidding. Your operation equal pretty low tech for an Indigo, unfortunately. Ulysses let me in. Anyway, I'm Malik. And from behind him, a proud bleeding. Oh! Hell yes! I love that Galic's Lucis is just like, this motherfucker needs friends. I'm just gonna let this one in and hope he's gonna be a friend. Gallic looks around and wrings his hands. There's a lot going on all of a sudden. He points to you. You, alien. Hold on to my Lucis. He cannot be unsupervised in here or he will eat everything. And as for you, Malik, hello, my name is Gallic. Shikasi, welcome to my hive. Things are not typically so hectic in here. I apologize. That does not equal a problem. I hear you want to get freaky. Malik, phrasing. I mean, he's not wrong, but phrasing. Gallic tugs at the bottom of his suit jacket, straightening it reflexively. Poor dude. You want to tell him you're proud of him for going so far out of his depth, but he seems to be holding his own here. Plus, the goat really wants to make a snack out of some old paperbacks. You take your job seriously and hold on tight to his neck. Yes, that is correct. I hear you have the tools to help me achieve this. I am open to a wide range of modifications. I will need to be able to hide it easily under clothing, however. My notebook has some sketches. Look only at the last 6 pages. Flip to an unauthorized section and you will lose the privilege of using your eyes ever again. Yes, sir. You want to dutifully look and not touch too, but wrangling a big goat is a full-time job. Malik holds up the notebook for you both to see. Wow, Gallic's not a bad artist, actually. Still, you kind of have to turn your head and squint to make out what's going on in a couple of the sketches. Still processing the fact that he said that he wants something that can be easily hidden under clothing. Like, honestly, depending on how wide you open your mouth, you can hide a tongue piercing pretty damn well. I do. But no, you want to go with something that can be hidden under clothing. You guess there are still a few surprises left for you in the brave new world of troll anatomy, huh? Gallic, What are you sketching? You point to the sketch you like best with one hand as you scramble to keep hold of a fistful of Wiggly Loose's fur with the other. Yeah, I can work with that. Hell yeah, but hell yeah, button up. Get off. Get some layers off. Thank you, Alec. I think you're gonna need more layers than that, but okay. Sir, your shirt your shirt trying hard to stay on, sir. Maybe you should take it off. Gallic flicks his eyes to you, and you give him a big supportive thumbs up. You look politely away when he starts taking off his jacket. Instead, you focus on your job. Oh, you have some pocket snacks. You pull out some mostly not bruised fruit and offer it to Gallic's Lucis. He chomps it up readily and calms down a bit. Geez, can't Gallic afford food for this guy? He eats plenty. He is only being dramatic. Gallic doesn't take off his undershirt, but he does roll up the bottom of it before leaning his forearms against the back of one of the chairs, exposing the broad palette of his hips and back. Unfortunate turn. That's not the word I would have used. He a thick boy. That design does capture the ineffable facet of my core itself. Get going on it before I change my mind. I assume I do not need to spell out any potential consequences if you stray from the artistic vision, correct? Malik rolls his eyes and pulls out a tattoo gun. It looks mostly how they do on Earth, but with a strip of greenish, almost biological-like. Don't worry. Your blood don't worry. Your blood color equals crystal clear. Gallic winces at the first press of the gun to his skin. Or maybe it's lasers? There's a glow happening back there. I thought we were getting pierced. Man, I mean, I'm not opposed to tattoos. I like tattoos. I have tattoos. But I thought we were going to have some fun with piercings here. That's generally what it means when you say you're going to put a new hole in somebody and not mean it in a dangerous way. Did I actually read that? Okay, yeah, I did. With the Lucis stated, you're free to see what's going on. So you climb into the chair Gallic's leaning against the back of and peer over to watch. So what's the deal with this anyway? Tattoos don't seem much like your vibe. There is no specific reason. I am simply fleshing out my worldly experiences. Intense physical pain, for one, though I am able to bear it. Attaining visceral knowledge of a new kind. He's checking off something from his bucket list you helpfully had. Gallic flushes bright. Gallic flushes bright blue and jerks backwards, screeching like you haven't heard since you first met and traumatized him. Oh boy, you have no idea how. This is apparently. You have no idea how, but this was apparently extremely the wrong thing to say. It's the placement of the word extremely in that sentence that was fucking me up. Let me resituate. Ha. Comfy again. Watch it. You're gonna make me fuck up your ineffable vision. No need to flip your think pan. Gotta do what it takes to find a bucket buddy. I've been there. Gallic stares decidedly into the middle distance as he breathes in and out and repositions himself against the chair. Oh yeah, what was it? Red and Pitch pairs. They come and get the buckets for, right?
This you see.
Here we go. That is extremely not what this is about. I am perfectly capable of fulfilling my. Garlic, I love you, but stop using such big words, please. I am dumb. I am perfectly capable of fulfilling my propagational duties. Thank you very much for your vote of confidence. This is not a thing I have to do. It is a thing I want to do. There is a significant semantic difference here. If it happens to spark I know I've seen this word before. I do not remember how to pronounce it. Concupiscent. If it happens to spark concupiscent interest, so be it. Or deeper conversational interest. Yeah, whatever, I don't judge. You only have the barest grasp on what they're discussing here, but things are starting to click into place. You don't want to embarrass your potential new friend by calling him out on his crush even further, or by implying he can't fill anyone with a quadrant. He can't find anyone to fill a quadrant with. You tell Malik that Gallic is making his decision based on his own personal emotional self-educating journey, and that's all. Yeah, that's the heart of it. Exactly. Thank you. Gallic smiles at you, and it's crooked and stiff on his face like he hadn't expected to put it there. You smile back and place your hand on top of his, white knuckled against the back of the chair. Oh, he is not having a fun time with this tattoo. He winces in pain only once more before Malik steps back, tilting his head to admire his handiwork. That'll do it. Malik rolls his shoulders and twists his body around, checking the ink. Satisfied, he turns to extend his hand to Malik. Thank you for your time on such short notice. Would you like to stay to... Malik shakes his hand, but cuts him off there. No thanks, I'm not much for the after party. See you around, Rubberbud. Nice to chat you, button up. He tosses the gear back in his bag and nods at you both. On his way out, he pats the goat's head, now placid. One new friend is enough for one day, I suppose. Thank you for encouraging me to try something new. It is quite a rush, isn't it? I still do not completely understand you, but your penchant for flinging yourself wholeheartedly into precarious situations is fascinating. That is what you do best. You grin uncontrollably at the compliment. I might try employing that tactic a bit more in my daily life, if it will lead to newer, deeper grasps of the troll condition. As such, I have two confessions for you. He takes a deep breath and gets the rest out all in one go. Oh, God. One, I only knew an elementary amount of information about rainbow drinkers before I met you. And two, the reason for my frond hinge jerk reaction at the time was because of my Gorjek-shaped blind spot. It is feeling face. Ah! Graciously, you do not let on that those are two of the most obvious pieces of information you've ever encountered. Gallic clears his throat and thrusts his palm test towards you. Now that we have taken care of that, take a photo. I can't reach. Observe me admitting these observe me admitting these inadequacies with ease. That's about as good as you're getting for me pronouncing that word. He turns around and you lovingly set up the shot. On his hip bone, on his hip bone is a modest rendition of his sign, in indigo, of course. It's framed by 2 sprigs of pine, across under it in a V. The look on his face as he turns back over his shoulder for the camera is the most self-satisfied thing you've ever seen. When you hand Kelly his palm tusk back, she fucks with it for a minute, and then it starts buzzing with notification after notification. He looks up at you, a smile creeping onto the corner of his mouth. He bites it back like he's not sure what to do with the undefinable happiness he's experiencing. He hates it. Look at the smile on his face! I love it. Okay, on to the next one. Yes. What? So here you are, in jail. You always knew you would end up here eventually, but you were expecting a human jail, not this. It all happened so fast. You were waltzing down another alternative street in search of friends when you heard the telltale sound of machinery behind you. And before you could escape, some giant metal drone with a rocket ass scooped you up and flew away with you. You were honestly surprised that the drone didn't execute you on sight. They've tried to do that before, after all. Yes. Perhaps your numerous shenanigans have grown so vast and ridiculous, someone wants to see you in person before you die. If only to have the chance to ask you what the fuck. In any case, you aren't complaining. Not about being brought in alive, at least. You have plenty of other things to complain about, though. This cell sucks. It's hard and cold and full of this gross-looking moss that could probably kill you since everything else on this planet sure can. There's a couple of patchwork holes in the back wall of your cell, which aren't enough to wriggle your way out through, but are enough to let in light from the outside. You've been in here since a few hours before dawn. I feel like I just depressurized with that hiccup. That was me getting all the simping out. You've been here since a few hours before dawn, and now it's midday. I don't know why I said that. I don't actually know how to say that word. I think I've only ever read that word. Midday? Anyways. Which means scorching rays of sunlight are streaming their way into your cell and forcing you to dart around to the shadiest spots as the sun makes its way across the sky. As if that weren't enough, it's also hammering rain outside, which really isn't doing much to stymie the sunlight, and you think the rain might be acidic too? Fun! Intermingled with the rain, you've been hearing some sounds coming from other rooms. Interrogations, maybe? Torture? Whatever it is, you're not a fan. Would somebody please fix the leak in the roof? If you have to listen to one more drop of water exploding onto the floor like a nuclear fucking bomb, your shit is going to take an extended sabbatical from the handle. To conclude, it's not great. You'd like out. Right now, preferably. Now? Oh, god damn it. You were hoping someone would conveniently appear in time with your internal monologue, but no such luck. Uh, mm, mm. Okay, there she is. Your new savior is small. Probably the smallest troll you've met so far, with the possible exception of Amicia. And she looks about as young as Amicia as well. Carefree Princess Berry Boo. That was not a title I was expecting, but it's a title that I can appreciate. This sounds like something that I feel like I would hear at a Ren Fair. Or as, like, D&D background music. She's got wild pigtails sprouting from her head and a twitchy look in her eye. Like she's going to start sprinting the second she hears a sound. She opens your cell door with a creak and gestures down the hallway with a quick jerk of her head. Oh god. This is going to be an interesting, read. I have no idea how many times I'll trip over things trying to read this one. Come on, with me now. Quickly. Head down. Keep quiet. No asking questions. Alright. Yes, little gremlin child, and I already wanted to pick her up and adopt her. And I've known her for like 2 seconds. I'm going to ask questions. Wait. You have so many questions. Which of your... Oh, crossbody heart. Which of your many lovely friends was willing to help you escape? Who is she? What's her deal? How does she know? She shushes you. And her eyes narrow into an appraising squint as she looks you over. Not too bright, huh? Figures. Listen, I don't have time to explain. I'm not putting my neck out any further, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? You're gonna run, not too far out because you don't want to wind up in undead territory. Stick to the city and find a nice hiding place and keep your head down. See ya! Okay. She rather forcefully stuffs what appears to be a military-grade umbrella into your hands and shoves you out the back door, into the rain and sunlight. When you turn to protest, the lock on the door clicks shut, and you're stuck outside. What was that she said about undead? Well, we got one game over. Time to follow her. You follow her down the hallway, keeping quiet as instructed, even though you have so many questions you want to ask her. Questions like what her name is, or where you are, or why they haven't fixed the fucking leak in the roof. Yeah, good luck. I'm assuming the undead territory will come up soonish. Instead, you just hurry closely behind as she takes you to a stairwell in the back of the building and up multiple flights of stairs. Peeking out the window of each door you pass, you see what seems to be an evidence locker, and then a row of tightly packed cubicles, and then a long, winding hallway. This is where she opens the door and ushers you through. The hallway is full of electronically locked doors with troll signs on them, the overwhelming majority of which are teal. The only other presence here seems to be automated cleaning robots. You are unsurprised to see that troll Roombas come with their knives pre-attached. I love it. I want one. She punches a series of numbers and letters into a keypad beside one of the doors, bearing her sign and a name. And then slips inside. And you follow. Whew, here we are. My hive away from hive. You can be a bit louder now, but no shouting. That'd just be weird as hell, buddy. Oh, and my name's Tirona, by the way. You politely refrain from shouting as you introduce yourself to her. Tirona pulls up a chair and sits down at her husk top, tapping some keys. So what we're gonna do here is I'm just going to go ahead and access your files in our system. It shouldn't be too hard to find since you're a weird alien. Yep, here we go. That's what we're looking for. Time to make a few edits. She leans in, fingers flying quickly over the keys. She's absurdly fast on the keyboard, her eyes darting back and forth across the screen. Now, normally I wouldn't pull anything this risky, and I certainly wouldn't be helping out a criminal, but I have it on good source that you're not the kind of person we should be letting rot in the cell. Or worse. Right now, you're in our system on a lot of weird and serious offenses. But you and I, we know. You and I, yeah. I used to have her typing skills. Like, I used to be, like, the fastest, in my class. Because I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have, like, elementary school classes where you had to learn how to type as fast as possible. And, like, they kept that shit up through, middle school for me. Now, like, every 3 words I type, I have to, correct the typo. But you and I, we know the only thing you're really guilty of is trying to keep your head and shoulders attached, yeah? Just gonna click here, delete a few things, and there we go. You're clean. Wow, just like that, huh? You thank her profusely, and even begin to consider groveling at her feet, but she cuts you off. Listen, I'm just doing the grunt work for you. Wasn't really my decision to spring you. Let's just say you and I have a mutual friend, wink wink, nudge nudge. I run errands for him, and sometimes in exchange for information, I just happen to be pulling an all-dayer over here anyway. So I was in the right place at the right time. We had, like, typing textbooks. Like, you walk in, assignment would be on the board just like any other class. You would open up the book, you would put it somewhere where you could read it, you'd put that ugly little orange thing over the keyboard so that you couldn't see the keys, and you had to type it in a certain time frame, a certain number of times. I do not miss those days, because they annoyed me. I just hope that it's not zebra. Okay, you can't keep getting behind my stuff because you almost shoved my webcam off. You're so cute. This mutual friend of yours sounds like a dead ringer for Malik. Wow, knowing a cerulean in high places is already paying some great dividends. What is it? It beats our data at least. All you got from her was some really weird DMs on Twitter from her stream followers. Anyway, speaking of being in the right place, what is this place anyway? This place is, well, it's a lot of things. Jail and courthouse and office and a whole lot more. Basically, if you're a teal looking to learn how to do teal things, this is where you go for hands-on internship. Internmentship. Okay. Everyone wants MC for better horse. Yeah. Most of it is law related, of course, but there's a couple of semi-related fields for the go-getters looking to do something a little different. Like me. Yep, I bet you're just dying to know what I get up to in these hallowed halls, don't you? Surely a brilliant mind like Miss Casson is doing some real important work here, is what I bet you're thinking, and you are absolutely correct, my friend. Feast your gander bulbs on this. A few clicks of the wriggly bulbous mouse, and her desktop loads up several images. You glance at the screen, and the recognition center in your brain goes haywire with dopamine. Alien culture or not, you know memes when you see them. God, you miss memes. Check it out, check it out. They're a little corny, but I know Triza's gonna love me. She's a real sucker for this kind of thing. One of them is an image macro featuring Triza doing her makeup with the caption, "Triza's so hot, rebels are not." So she's a fan of Triza. Interesting. Another seems to feature troll brains, or at least you hope those are brains, of varying sizes and hemo colors. Being a rebel is the small maroon brain. Sympathizing with rebels is the medium-sized olive brain, and worshipping Triza is the giant purple brain. These ones will be going up on the web soon, but for now I've got plenty other memes circulating. See, I made a bunch of fake chitter accounts and got some techie trolls to automate them for me. He was hyped out the excitement nub to do some work on Triza's behalf, I tell you. Some of these accounts just pretend to be regular trolls, and others are best jokes, nightly big, funny, relatable laugh humor, you know. Her bullet points were originally Tattle Terror, his honorable tyranny's littlest fan, ruthless calculus, and the last point the bullet was changed to ruthless memagandist. They're racking up the follows as we speak. And the point of them is to put these Triza memes out there? That's how you get them. You start with a couple innocuous jokes and cute per beast pics, and then bam! Suddenly you're spreading the good word of the Empire and everyone accepts it because your chitter account is so funny and hip. I call it memaganda, and it's going to be the next big thing, I tell you. It does seem like a pretty clever way of spreading propaganda. Yeah, I see. She really is. It does seem like a pretty clever way of spreading propaganda. Really effective on today's modern youth. It also deeply unnerves you, but you leave that part out. There's just something wrong about memes being used for evil. Thank you, thank you. Glad someone appreciates all the hard work I'm doing here instead of just brushing me off. I've had to do a lot of overtime putting out propaganda for the Empire lately. Just between you and me. Although this ain't exactly much of a secret anymore. There's talk of a rebellion brewing, like a real, actual big scale one instead of just a bunch of high bloods getting paranoid because a Burgundy looked at them funny. It's pretty scary actually, and I hope I won't get swept up in all of it if something nasty breaks out. Yeah, that's the vibe you've been getting. You're about to ask for more info on this rebellion when she cuts you off and keeps rambling on. Seems like she's got a lot to say. You get the impression that nobody else here listens to her, possibly because she's still so young compared to most of them. But saving you from a jail cell is a good way to get you to pay attention. But here's the thing. Despite being a whole lot of potential trouble, it's also a great opportunity to show the Empire how invaluable my skills will be for them. See, I've got it all planned out. First, I need to prove to Triza how useful and clever I am, and how helpful I can be for her Empire. Oh, there's so many threes. Then, when Triza comes of age, she'll dethrone the current Empress and take her place. Most trolls just love Triza, and those who don't are going to get themselves cold real quick, so I'm sure she'll have plenty of support when the time comes for their duel. Once she's in power, I snag myself a nice position as her propaganda minister, and if I'm real lucky, I wheedle my way into being an assistant to his honorable tyranny himself. His honorable tyranny? You don't think you've heard of this guy before? You assume he's a particularly high-ranking troll in the legislative process? Oh, Oh, no. He's just a fuck-off huge monster who passes judgment on criminals by eating them. Or eating anyone who bugs him, really. He presides over particularly noteworthy trials, especially at the extreme court. In retrospect, you should have known. If monsters can be parents, they can surely be judges too. But, what exactly is the appeal here? Who wouldn't want to be big and handsome and strong enough to devour anyone who annoys you? It's the perfect life, I tell you. Fair. As it stands, since I can't be him, I can at least be his best buddy and his most perfect little helper. And besides, doing all the behind-the-scenes work is a lot safer than actually trying to hunt down or prosecute criminals, I'll tell you that much. I mean, yeah, he might eat me, but that's just a normal workplace safety hazard, really. Nothing I can't handle. You got some confidence, Zero. She really does have it all planned out, doesn't she? You're impressed. Thank you. But I can't do it all alone. I'm gonna need some help along the way from a very talented and clever associate or two. Bet you know who I'm talking about. Her Lucis? Her classmates? No, dummy. Sheesh, here I am trying to butter you up and it flies right over your think pan. She has her whole life planned out at like 10. Yeah, she got... Good on her for actually, like, having something realized by this point. Sorry, I realize I'm gonna have to move a poster around at some point. Because I think I'm gonna try to fit 2 posters up in the spot where the 1 poster is right now. I will worry about that later. I'm talking about you. I need your help. I think after bailing you out of that jam, I've earned it, wouldn't you say? The old I rake my claws down your back, you rake your yours down mine, dealy, you know? Troll idioms are still as inscrutable as ever, but you do know a thing or two about claws, and about helping people to earn their good graces. What's she need? You ever hear of the old adage, teals talk? And well, a lot of teals have been talking about the strange alien going around getting all buddy-buddy with the casts. The way I see it, someone like that might just know how to get me into their offices and dig up some dirt on them and their potential rebel connections. I keep saying they should start shelling out for gainer scan tech, but nobody ever listens to me. No way, no how. A regular old password system ought to be enough, right? Really? You know what? Good on her. Good on her for wanting to aspire to that. Huh. They really wish those locks were as secure as they think they are. You can figure out the codes no problem, I'm sure. What do you say, pal? How's about you help me help the Empire and root out that rebel scum? Oof. You're not particularly big on betraying your friends, but you do owe Torona a favor now, and you'd love to make another pal while you're at it. There's got to be some way you can maneuver your way out of this mess. You tell her sure. You'll offer her some help. If you're going to hit up someone's office, it should be... Oh... Wait. Have we met Tagari? Oh. Oh, fuck. Tagari. I forgot that was his name. I'm struggling with my lip balm. He is. I don't want to give any of them up. I reckon we'll just go top down. Tagora. Yeah, that's a good idea. He's real smart and a good talker, and he's always got the latest gossip, so you'd think he'd be my kind of guy. But he's also such a sleaze ass. Like a real creepy creepster. Oh. I like how my current top 3 in this game are literally Hacker, the one that everybody called the sleazeball, because she's not the only one who's called him that, and the guy who wants to hate fuck the sleazeball. I don't think he's that creepy. Yeah, I don't think she likes him. Not to mention he charges out this sniff tube for all his info. He just wants some money. Yeah, he just wants some money. Nothing. I'll handle it myself. Ooh, but imagine the scandals if he turned out to be a rebel all along. I really hope we find something on him. After some leak hacking, that is punching wriggling. That is punching his wriggling day into the keypad. The door to his office clicks open, and the two of you slip inside and you glance around. You're immediately reminded of his hive, and almost eerily reminded of it, in fact. Did he just order copies of all the same minimalist aesthetic furniture and have them sent to his office? That's... well, you don't know exactly what that is, but it's certainly impressive. You know, I'm not so sure that a vase... that... what are you growling at? Are you growling at my computer? You know, I'm not so sure if that vase is regulation. Take a picture of it just in case, will you? Sure thing. If you happen to accidentally delete the picture later, well, actually you have accidentally deleted a bunch of pictures before. Figuring out your troll phone has been an ordeal. Oh, Sushi, do you want to be the only gremlin in my life? You're my favorite gremlin. You line up your camera and take the shot, and oh, fuck. As you're about to press the button... As you were about to press the button, your phone received an incoming call from someone, and you ended up hitting the answer call button instead. Now you're going to be trapped in a social encounter that you weren't mentally prepared for. No! Oh, wait, it's just Tagora. Just Tagora. That's no problem at all. He's gregarious and easy to talk to, and you're standing in his office. Fuck, again! Throwing on your most practiced everything is perfectly fine expression, you try to angle the camera so he can't tell where you are. My apologies for bothering you on such short notice. I recently learned through the grapevine that you may have been responsible for certain changes in Shigisi's attitude as of late. Thought it might be prudent to let you know that I thought that these were supposed to like be an either or kind of thing. Like, that they weren't interconnected. I thought it might be prudent to let you know that. Wait, is that my office? Did you break into my office? No, God, no. It's not his office. It's just an office that coincidentally happens to look exactly like his. His face has been frozen mid-smile, and and then it slowly seems to twist until the smile doesn't look nearly as friendly or genuine as it did a moment ago. He starts to laugh. Little raspy chuckles under his breath. I see. Yes, he fucked up. Not the More the fool I was to ever believe I could trust a fellow liar. Is this Gallic's work? No, it can't be. He doesn't do that kind of subterfuge. Subterfuge. It was all just a game to you. Yes, that must be it. Of course it was. You're not here to make friends. What? No, that's exactly what you're here to do. The bills I so graciously forewent for your sake. Huh. Well, no matter. You can expect a very hefty invoice to arrive via email as soon as I finish typing it up. Oh God. I like that his little name over here is Better Call Gorgor. No, please no. It doesn't have to end this way. You were just trying to secure another friendship. He knows how it goes, right? Saying you're doing something for a bit of social gain. Oh, but of course. Yeah, he's about to be in major debt, and MC really needs to shut the fuck up. And I would be very happy to continue our business relationship in the future. Once I've been reimbursed in full for my time and expenditures. Farewell. I can't afford Gorgor. I need to stay on his good side. He ends the call and his face disappears. The friendly little whew sound that Gripe makes cannot possibly underscore the finality and tragedy of the situation. Your heart truly is broken. But hey, at least you can trade one of your friends for another. No! Yeah, understandable reaction on Gorgor's part. MC done fucked up. Hardcore. But hey, at least you can trade one friend for another, right? Now that she's seen that you're willing to sacrifice for her, surely Toronto will... Toronto? Ah, shit. At some point while you were distracted, she made a break for it. Now you're left with naught but a hefty fine and ache in your chest where friendship used to be. Yeah. Alright. I don't expect Tisius to go well either. It's gotta be Tisius. She runs a tight, if sleep-deprived ship. You'll give it a good try, fail to find anything useful, and Toronto will appreciate your attempt. Tisius, huh? Yeah, she's got that vibe to her, you know? She talks a lot about improving the justice system and what kind of person does that, huh? A rebel sympathizer, that too. The Alternian justice system has worked just fine for hundreds of sweeps. The only person who ought to be proposing changes is Trizza herself, but obviously there's nothing to change, or she'd have done it already. Anyways, this is Dizzy's door right over here. So why don't you start working your magic? An idea comes to you. You start tapping away at your phone, much to Toronto's chagrin. Hey buddy. We're trying to break into someone's office. This is no time to play floppity, talons creature? Floppity talons creature? Floppy bird? We still talking about that? You explain that you're looking up Tisius on your phone to consolidate information and improve your chances of guessing her password. Oopsie. Sorry, I'm a little antsy here, I guess. Carry on. Turning to the keypad, you start inputting your guesses. You try the birthday listed on Tyzeus' Chitter profile. Nope. Even the name of her mate sprite doesn't work. Then something clicks. I never played much Flappy Bird. That kind of game just stresses me out more than it's fun to play. Everyone expects a long, complex password, right? You try just two paltry digits instead. 69. Click! The light goes green. The door to her office opens. Bingo. I feel like she had to have chosen the number that she both thought would be Troll Jesus symbol. Wait, really? I would have thought that it would have been like a number that she like thought for sure nobody would guess would be her password because it would be like more immature. Feeling pretty chipper about your breaking and entering skills, you usher Torona inside with an exaggerated bow. She cackles and skips right in, making her way over to a husktop sitting on Tyzeus' crowded desk. There's papers and old mugs laying around everywhere, and the rest of the room is about as disorganized as the desk, with towering stacks of books threatening to collapse if you so much as breathe wrong. Oh, interesting. I love Tyzeus. So, like, my current, like, top 4 are the one that she calls the sleazeball, the one that wants to hate fucking sleazeball, Malik, and Tyzeus. In no particular order, to be perfectly honest. The Empire already monitors online communications, of course, but we've got tools for those sneaky sneaks who try to hide things off the cloud. Toronto produces a small device, bright red with gold accents, and plugs it into what appears to be a USB slot on the husktop. It wriggles upsettingly. Oh god, they are! It all circles back around to Gorgor in the end. I'll go through her files and start looking. And you start looking through all those books and folders, okay? You offer a thumbs up and turn your attention to the absolutely massive pile of literature that is strewn throughout the office. That reminds me, I ordered. Okay. While I was ordering Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles, I also may have ordered the next volume of Given. I think it's volume. Why don't I check? I treated myself today. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, volume 8 of Given. That one's the one that just came out, I think. Actually, I gotta go check something to make sure that I didn't like accidentally skip over a volume. What about that? Alright, I'm back. I did not skip over a volume. I got worried because I didn't remember buying volume 7, but I remembered buying volume 6. But I also got, The Summer Hikaru Died. Because it had been sitting in my, like, wish list. So I'm going to be... So sometime in, like, the next week, I'm going to be getting Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles. Which, by the way, it's amazing. That's a really cute anime. And I will be getting Season 1, Part 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And I'm so excited. I really need, like, better organization for my Blu-rays, though. Because right now, they're all just, like, sitting on a stack on one of my shelves. Because, like, I have, like, a thing to hold all of my CDs. And I know they make Blu-ray versions of those, like, same kind of holders. And I cannot find them anywhere, and I'm going a little crazy over it. Because I don't know if I'm just not searching the right thing when I try to look it up, or what. But yeah. Back on track. Not that I thought there was a track at any point. You're not really giving it your full effort, hesitant to pry into Tizius' stuff, but you get the sense that she isn't hiding anything here anyway. Behind you, Torona is clicking through folders on the husktop, the exasperation of her voice steadily growing. Useless school feeding assignments, copies of court transcripts, a bunch of nudes. What? Just a bunch of normal teal stuff. There's nothing incriminating here at all. Where is she hiding it? She just sank into the floor. Torona pulls away from the husktop and dives into a stack of books with the gusto of a small child in a ball pit, rifling through pages as quickly as she can. It isn't too long before she gives up that pursuit too, emerging from the pile in a shower of loose pages. Oh, poor Tizius. That's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. She did not ask for all of her, precariously stacked books to be, destroyed like that. Points for enthusiasm, absolutely. I can't find any evidence of wrongdoings anywhere. No hidden folders on her husktop. No secret stash between the pages of books. Nothing. She stomps back and forth, pacing around the room and scratching at her face absent-mindedly. Maybe there just isn't anything to find? Is that so bad? Yes. If she's not bad, it's super bad. Look, see, I'm not big, and I'm not strong. And even if I get a growth spurt when I'm older, it won't change that I don't like to fight. That's just not what I'm cut out to do. I'm a thinker and a listener, and a talker. Knowledge is power, and the only kind of power I'm good with. It's the only kind that'll keep me in the game. Everyone's gotta play nice and get off my case because they know I've always got the dirt. But all those shifty, crafty teal jerks keep trying to hide all their secrets from me. I'm gonna be hooped if I can't get one over on them. Torona yanks at her pigtails and slumps down against the wall, looking as frazzled as ever you've seen her. This calls for a pep talk. You sit down across from her and offer a gentle smile. You know where she's coming from. When you came here, you were a mess. You still kind of are. All you had was your guts and your mind and your goofy charisma. You've been blundering your way across the planet, but somewhere in between all the blundering, you've made friends. You gained skills. You figured out how to keep surviving. And even when it seemed impossible, even when it seemed impossible. And if you can do it, she can too. Sure, she may not be as big and strong as she'd like. She won't always win. Sometimes there's going to be days like today where she doesn't succeed. But she's got this spark in her, you can see it, that tells you she'll be just fine as long as she keeps her head up and tries to hang in there. Tirona perks right up. Your motivational speech game is really on the ball lately. Yeah. You're right. This might have been a bust, but I sure ain't. I've already got all kinds of connections and pals and skills. I mean, the guy I run the errands for, he says I'm one of the smartest and cleverest teals he's ever met. And I'm really mature for my age. And oh no. Please, no. Please don't tell me the one she runs errands for is Zebra. Please. Did she lose a couple of pigtails in fear? You never find out what else he says because you're interrupted by the sci-fi whoosh of the office door opening and Tizia steps through. There's a long, awkward pause before she raises her eyebrows at Tirona. Now just what in the hell are you two doing in my office? I want to wait. Will the game reveal it in the before the end of this chapter? Tirona begins stammering in response, but Tizia strokes her head toward the door. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get out right now. Not. Then send it to me on Tumblr. Send it to me on Tumblr because I am nosy. She turns to you. Not you. We need to have a chat. Tirona flashes you a terrified look before scurrying out of the room and the door sliding shut behind her. Tizia glances at the door, then pulls you toward the most secluded corner of the room where books are piled so high they practically reach the ceiling. She speaks in a low, hushed whisper, a good idea, because you bet a trollbuck or two that Tirona's listening outside the door. Hey, so that was some good thinking, texting me as soon as you got your palm husk back. You shrug humbly. You're getting good at leveraging your bountiful stockade of friends. I wonder what she thinks I'm going to do to you. There's a lot of rumors about me. Oh, really now, ma'am? Most of them untrue. When you look as tired as I do every day, trolls whisper. She chuckles lightly and takes a sip of water before sighing. I can't believe she thought I'd ever be dumb enough to keep incriminating documents in my office. She must be getting real desperate to prove herself. This is exactly my point about how fucked up it is here. Everyone trying to climb over each other out of the muck and put the rest down. Like shell scuttlers in a seafood storage device. Poor girl. She thinks she's got everyone in the palm of her hand, but she's being played as much as any of the rest of us schmucks. Another sigh. You feel like sighing may as well be Tizia's second quirk. But you've already heard enough from me about all that. Go pretend I chewed you the fuck out or something. I need to reorganize all this shit now that she ruined my old system. Her office looks far better organized than it did when you walked in, actually, but you're not about to split hairs over it when Tyzius just bailed you out of a potential disaster. You thank her, give her a quick hug, and then we get to give her a hug. And then slip out of the office. Torona nearly falls over herself, stumbling away from the door where she was clearly trying to listen in. Whoa, you're here and still alive and in one piece. That must have been a real close one. You know what she does to people who cross her, right? Well, I'll give you a hint, pal. It starts with disembowelment and only gets worse from there. Uh-huh. How'd you make it out? Oh, you know, talking your way out of jam. It's a total breeze. Torona seems starry-eyed and impressed. You sure do know how to handle yourself, especially for a weird alien. I think you and I ought to stick together. Technically, you don't owe me anything anymore, but us little people work best in numbers, yeah? You could use a friend like me. You smile, basking in the now familiar glow of her camaraderie. Yeah, you could use a friend like her. And you think she could use a friend like you, too. Aww, we made a gremlin friend. Alright, now to get that other bat in. Let's go with Tagiri. After mulling it over for a while, you decide Tagiri is the safest choice. Sure, he's the guy with a sword, but he's also by far the least likely to harbor rebel sympathies, so you won't be getting anyone in trouble here. Yeah. Tagiri. Now that's an interesting choice, I tell you that. I tell you what. Yeah, we got friendship. He's always sucking up to the purples and trying to make himself look all cool and knowledgeable about law stuff. So you'd think he'd be clean, but maybe, just maybe, it's all front. I'm working on a video about rebel sympathizers right now, and that's one of my big bold points that I go over. How sometimes the guy trying too hard to look like he's on the level is actually so far off, as far off the level, it's actually so far off the level as far off the level as it gets. There we go. So yeah, let's see what this guy is hiding, why don't we? Moseying on over to his door, you consider the keypad. It shouldn't be a hard password to guess. It's got to be the name of one of his favorite animes, right? You punch one in and nope, buzzer sounds. Try another, nada. But to your delight, the door clicks and begins to slide open after the third anime title. You glance over your shoulder to see Torona beaming at you from right behind you, then turn back to the door and yikes. A katana comes swinging out towards you on a wire and you narrowly dive out of the way before it connects, crashing to the floor in the process. Oh, why am I not surprised that he booby-trapped his door? You groan and stagger back to your feet, and hear a familiar voice sounding from a speaker in Tagiri's room. Foolish evildoer! Do you really think it would be that simple? You've fallen for my trap. Your three pitiful guesses were all it took to seal your doom. Not that it's going to do you any good while you bleed out on the floor. Sayonara, trespasser. The message seems to cut off there. Then there's some muffled sounds like a microphone being moved. What do you think, Tadashi? It's going to look so cool when I show it off to my colleagues. You breathe a sigh of relief. That katana was aiming right at your head. You almost got skewered. Talk about a close one, right, Torona? Torona? Oh, jeez. That was an extreme end there. Yeah, rip Torona. Wow. I like that Galax is called no citation needed. There's two. Hold on, how many are there where there's two? Like two options, like two ends. Where is? Because I know there's one. I know there's two ends for Chixie. Yeah, this was a fun volume. There's two ends for one of the other one, right? Oh, and there's two ends for this one here. Oh, I'm circling like you can see my mouse. I know that there's two ends for the two, like double one, the right, left side, right, yeah. For the right side on this one. There was two ends for another one. It looks like was it purple ones for that one? Maybe this one? This is. I'm always curious about the ones that have two ends. Alright. Alrighty. Well, I think that'll be all for this stream. I'm going to try to moderately responsibly go to sleep. I say that, but the last time I said that, I couldn't go to sleep until like 6 in the morning. But anyways, good night.